Good day, everyone. My name is Bill Harshman, and I'll be hosting your session today. This blog is presented by Training Location, your DISC provider. Thank you for your interest and for visiting our website. Our topic today is understanding the S or steady style. This is one in a series discussing 4 DISC styles, which include dominant, influence, steady, and conscientious. Before we begin, let me review the cornerstone principles of DISC. All DISC styles are equally valuable. No single style is better than another, and everyone is a blend of all 4 styles. It's important to note a couple of other things. Your style is also influenced by other factors, such as your life experiences. Understanding yourself better is the first step to becoming more effective when interacting with others. And understanding others' DISC styles can help you understand their priorities and how they may differ from yours. Now, I'm always referring to our PACE and priority model, or grid as I like to call it. It's an essential tool to diagnose DISC styles. The vertical axis represents PACE. We see the descriptors at the top and at the bottom of the PACE spectrum. The horizontal axis represents priority, and we see the descriptors for that at the left and at the right of the priority spectrum. And a note here, the asterisk by people-oriented. Some people like to use relationship-oriented for this end of the priority spectrum. I'll leave that up to you. As we look at this simple grid, we can begin to make the unique PACE and priority pairings into each quadrant as follows. Fast, with the task orientation, is a DISC. Fast pace, with the people orientation, is an I. Deliberate pace, with the people orientation, is an S. And deliberate pace with the task orientation is a C. Now I'm going to review the model one more time quickly with the following cleaned up version. Pace, fast not going or deliberate. Priority, task or people oriented. And here's the rest of the picture of how they fit into the respective quadrants. Next, let's also look at an advantage of our grid by similarity and dissimilarity between styles. As you've now realized, each style shares pace or priority with 2 other styles. Let's focus on the similarities between types. Now let's focus only on the pace. The D and the I, highlighted, share a faster pace, more outgoing. Another way to put it is that the faster pace is shared by the D and the I. The C and the S, now highlighted, share a deliberate, reserved, more moderate pace. Now let's focus only on priority. The D and the C share a task-oriented priority. The I and the S share a people-oriented or relationship-oriented priority. Excuse me. So let's focus on our S style for a moment with what we've just covered. We can understand someone at a general level based upon our knowledge of their pace and priority. And just to clarify, we see that the S has what? A more deliberate, reserved, moderate pace, similar to the C. The S also, however, has a people orientation priority, similar to the I. So there's 2 styles with which S has something similar. This is to say that S shares something with the C and the I, respectively. However, the S does not share pace or priority with the D. Not a problem, just an awareness for you. The same sharing aspect is true for all 4 styles. If you understand this relationship, you understand how you're better able to navigate your interactions. Now let's look at the differences between types. Based on what we just learned, it stands to reason there are 2 pair of styles that are dissimilar. You probably know what they are. What I mean by this is they share neither pace nor priority with at least one other style. Some refer to this as the opposite style. Let's consider the one-word descriptors to illustrate this. The D's task, fast pace and task is dissimilar to the S's, reserved and people. The C's, deliberate and task, is dissimilar to the I's, outgoing and people. Now, I point this out only to help you understand that once you know the pace and priority descriptors of any style, it will help you. It also means that these differences may take a little more stretching, if you will, and preparation when dealing with one's opposite style. However, I always encourage you to be intentional and prepared when dealing with any and all styles. Okay, good job. Now let's look at some more descriptors to help you identify the S style. As we move along, let me caveat that the disc style being presented today will be referenced as the preferred style. Your preferred style will be the highest or most intense of your styles. Further, the preferred style in our work today is commonly referred to as a strong or higher style, meaning, for example, a strong S or a high S. It's normal to hear that. Your actual disc assessment will determine your intensity and the unique descriptors which correspond to your preferred style. So as noted, the S style generally has more reserved pace coupled with a people orientation priority. The S prefers to provide support, maintain stability, and collaborate. And those three descriptors are just things I'd like you to kind of keep in the back of your mind, but I'm going to give you some more now. Other descriptors of a higher S might include calm, accommodating, even-tempered, stable, patient, humble, tactful, and team player. Now, the following information is directly from Wiley Publishing Research. As we dive further into understanding a particular style, we need to look beyond simply observable, I also might say noticeable or visible or discernible behavior. Each style has what I call its core needs. Now, the core need of an S is simply harmony, and that is having relationships in balance with goodwill and avoiding conflict. The other core need is having a plan, and specifically working with others toward completion of the task. Now, as a strong S or a higher S, your strengths as a coworker may include, and again, this is from Wiley Research, may include being a good listener. You may be an excellent teacher or coach. Includes placing a high value on providing support to others, a focus on patient and accommodating behavior, maintaining a predictable, orderly environment, working at a steady, methodical pace, and making sure people feel included and accepted. Now, as a high S, your limitations may include modesty, which can appear as submission if overused, may include emphasizing others over themselves, may include letting your people orientation interfere with quick decisions, and may become indecisive under pressure or sudden change. As an S, as a high S, you can improve your effectiveness by displaying self-confidence, embracing change, especially rapid change, and exhibiting true feelings and not letting your opinions be passed by. Now, here's a reminder from earlier in the session. It's always about pace and priority. You'll find that with me. I like to circle back to this key central concept as a starting point to understanding one's disc style. Is their pace faster or more moderate and deliberate? Is their priority task-oriented or people-oriented? Now I'm going to stop here and add in one more learning point based upon this specific scenario between Robert and Melanie. Perhaps as with our individuals shown below, you're able to determine either pace or priority. You'll at least know something about the other style. So remember, we discussed that each style shares pace or priority with two other styles. Well, specifically, if Robert discovers that Melanie has a faster pace, Robert can then at least begin to determine that Melanie is probably either a D or an I, because that is shared between the D and the I. Similarly, if Melanie discovers that Robert demonstrates a task-oriented priority, Melanie can at least begin to determine that Robert is either a D or a C. From there, each will want to observe more behaviors to help determine the other missing aspect of the pace and priority model to help more accurately identify a specific DISC style. Now, those who have seen me before, you sense from my other blogs and vlogs that I enjoy taking a fun look at ourselves through the lens of DISC. So when it comes to food, the S shops with a prepared list, eats from 4 well-planned food groups each day, and likes to exchange recipes. Further, if the S had a personalized license plate, it might read, love to plan, or live to plan, I guess, together, team player. Now, I hope this information helps with the challenges your organization is facing. Whether your needs include employee engagement, conflict management, team building, or just simply communication, this is the research-based, proven leading training solution. It's impacted more than 8 million learners in over 130,000 organizations and through 14 languages in over 70 countries worldwide. Here's my point. DISC delivers immediate and lasting impact on the performance of people and the culture of organization. As always, the key to effectiveness through DISC is understanding your and others' styles, then using that knowledge for improved interactions. Thank you for joining us today. Here's our contact information. Meanwhile, good luck with the DISC. I hope this information has been educational, valuable, and helpful. I look forward to seeing you on a future blog. And if you'd like to discuss a free webinar introducing DISC to your organization, please use the email shown, info@training location. Thank you very much and have a great day.